STS Aviation Services is about to begin conversion work in Birmingham on the first new AEW Wedgetail aircraft for the Royal Air Force. The statement came after the Military Aviation Authority and the United Kingdom Ministry of Defence gave the green light for STS Aviation Services and Boeing United Kingdom to modify 3 Boeing 737 commercial aircraft. Wedgetail is expected to enter service with the Royal Air Force in 2023, 2 years after the E-3D Sentry retires from service. The Minister for Defence Procurement explained the figure of £1.51 billion relates to the value of the aircraft procurement contract, whereas the £2.16 billion figure includes training and future support costs. However, the Ministry of Defence cut this requirement in its 22nd of March command paper, which mentioned a more modern and more capable fleet of 3 E-7A Wedgetail aircraft in 2023. It will be a central asset in the Royal Air Force future intelligence, surveillance, target acquisition and reconnaissance force. The initial Boeing 737 to be converted for the Royal Air Force's Wedgetail contract currently wears the U.S. aircraft registration number in 946 BC, and has the Boeing construction number 38633. The most intriguing aspects about this choice of the airframe are its age. It was first flown back in June 2010, and the fact that it was previously flown by Chinese carrier Deerjet, a charter operator based in Beijing. It is unclear why Deerjet, which describes itself as having the largest fleet of business jets in the Asia-Pacific region, gave up the airframe, which is currently owned by the manufacturer, Boeing, and stored at San Bernardino International Airport in California. The choice of this 10-year-old, formerly Chinese-operated airframe, has raised a few eyebrows. On the other hand, it had long been planned to use second-hand civilian airframes as the basis for the first 2 Royal Air Force Wedgetails. The remaining 3 aircraft will be brand new off the Seattle production line, using slots reserved for 2021 and 2022. The aircraft is due to arrive in the United Kingdom this month, before being converted to Airborne Early Warning and Control Standard by STS Aviation Services at its Birmingham Airport facility. Boeing United Kingdom confirmed that the first fuselage sections for the initial 2 Royal Air Force Wedgetail aircraft had been delivered to STS Aviation Services. The Birmingham-based employees of STS Aviation Services will join the 50 Boeing employees already working on the Wedgetail program throughout the United Kingdom, including at Bristol, Yeovil and Royal Air Force Waddington. The work will be done at the hangar formerly operated by Monarch Aircraft Engineering at Birmingham Airport. Once conversion work is complete, the first aircraft is scheduled to be delivered to the Royal Air Force as a Wedgetail AEW-1 in 2023 and will be operated from Royal Air Force Lossiemouth in Scotland. The final aircraft should arrive at the base in 2026. The Wedgetail's advanced radar and 10 state-of-the-art mission crew consoles can track airborne and maritime targets simultaneously, allowing crews to direct offensive and defensive forces while maintaining continuous surveillance of an operational area. Regardless of whether new build or second-hand, the Wedgetail starts life on the production line in civilian guise before being converted to military standard, including cutting out a large aperture in the upper fuselage to accommodate Northrop Grumman's multi-role electronically scanned array surveillance radar. The multi-role electronically scanned array radar provides air-to-air coverage, air-to-surface coverage, integrated identification friend or foe, special track beams and focused sector operation. The multi-role electronically scanned array radar provides a full 360-degree surveillance capability with sector emphasis and assignable higher update rate sectors to dynamically adjust to emerging tactical situations. Sector emphasis extends detection range without the need to fly closer to threat situations. Higher update rates bring battle management to the edge of the radar surveillance envelope with little or no latency in coordinating or directing forces to priority situations. The Boeing 737-700 also serves as the basis for the U.S. Navy's C-40 Clipper logistics transport, while the P-8 Poseidon maritime multi-mission aircraft, which is also flown by the Royal Air Force, is derived from the Boeing 737-800. Both the Boeing 700 and Boeing 800 belong to the Boeing 737 Next Generation series and not part of the troubled Boeing 737 MAX family, which recently resumed flying in the United States after being embroiled in controversy following multiple crashes. The Wedgetail is a proven aircraft that is currently in service around the world, including by Royal Australian Air Force, which used the aircraft on operations in the battle against Daesh in Iraq and Syria. It has been continuously improved since its inception, and it is the most capable aircraft of its type. We are thrilled to be partnering with STS Aviation Services in Birmingham on the Wedgetail, said Anna Keeling, Managing Director of Boeing Defence United Kingdom. Wedgetail will provide the UK with the most advanced and reliable aircraft of its type in the world at a fixed price, and this work will provide good jobs for the many skilled aerospace engineers and mechanics in and around Birmingham. Boeing and STS Aviation Services, which also operates a facility in Newquay in Cornwall, have already started recruiting in key areas for the new work in Birmingham. Being awarded this contract is not only great news for STS Aviation Services and Boeing, it's also great news for the Birmingham region, and a much-needed jolt for United Kingdom aviation, said Mick Adams, Senior Vice President and CEO of STS Aviation Services. We have a long and favourable history working with Boeing, and we're excited that this work will be completed at our new state-of-the-art aircraft maintenance facility in Birmingham. The first two US-based aircraft have been stripped to their frames and will arrive in the United Kingdom later this year. The first Wedgetail will be delivered to the Royal Air Force in 2023 and will be based at Royal Air Force Waddington in Lincolnshire. STS Aviation Services joins other United Kingdom suppliers on the program, Leonardo, which will deliver an integrated defensive aid system from its operation in Luton, and a project management and design team from Ridge, which is working with Boeing to design the facility that will house the Wedgetail fleet.